I'm sorry. Looks like I was muted there. Peace and blessings, everybody out there. This is Exodus Radio. I am your host, RJ Mahdi. And today we're going to talk a little bit about what everybody's always concerned about when it comes to obviously relocating to the continent, but also those who are not relocating, but just looking to invest, but making money in Africa. And so this is obviously on the top of everybody's list when they come to us. Yeah, I'll come, but how do I make money? How am I going to be able to sustain myself? And so today we're going to talk about that. We're going to have a few brothers and sisters join us today and discuss some ways that either they're making money on the continent or ways that they plan to make money on the continent. And we invite you all along on the journey. So shout out to everybody out there. Make sure to drop your cities in the comments. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know if you're here on the continent for sure. Let us know, how you're enjoying it. We're seeing more and more people landing every day. Our job here on the ground is expanding literally week by week. We are acquiring new projects, new tasks, new families here getting settled in. Our VP Pop Low of Made in Africa project is out right now with a member family trying to find a place. I think they're trying to get in a place before the first of the month. So they've got like crunch time, a few days. They're out running around the city, seeing apartments and houses, trying to pick somewhere. So on today's show, we're going to be talking more about, like I say, making money in Africa. I want you all to, listen closely because, this is one of those things that we get asked a lot. And again, we have our Exodus Repatriation and Investment Club, which helps people with actually building these kind of businesses and building sustainability on the ground. But a lot of people just kind of want like the quick rundown. Like, I don't need, the ongoing consultant. I just need a few ideas. I need a little direction. So that's what we're going to do on today's show. Shout out to Glenn Carey, checking in from Macon, Georgia. That's definitely my home state in the U.S. anyway. Georgia is a place where the black people are now kind of taking over. I hear Georgia just turned blue, whatever that means politically. But shout out to Glenn Carey there and everybody else around the world. So one of the first people that we're going to talk to on today's show is a member of our Exodus Repatriation and Investment Club, longtime member. And she is no stranger to my channel or to our media. She runs one of the most well put together tourism businesses that I've seen here since I've been on the ground. She toured with us for the first time here in Senegal. And then after, she built her own business, helping people to tour other places around the continent. Now she's linked up with some of the biggest influencers around the continent and launching her own ventures. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is my sister, Kia. She is one of the co-founders of World Views. Kia, what's going on, my sister?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm
Thank
doing
you
all
for
right.
having
Doing all
me.
right. It's good to see you. I know you've
Thank
been
you.
just as busy as I have lately.
Yes, we have. We're trying to get it together.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So you guys have been doing your thing with Worldviews. Today's show, like we're talking about making money in Africa. And a lot of people, even some of the people who have visited, still kind of, are still on the fence about, what types of operations can I get into? Like, can I really actually make money on the continent? Are there industries that I can fit into? But you guys seem to have found yours pretty quickly.
Mhm.
What brought that about? Like, how, like, tell the people how you decided upon a business opportunity on the continent and how it's grown.
Right. Okay. So, travel is our love. And we feel the tool to investing on the content, you have to do it through travel, right? In order for you to even know what it is that you'll be interested in, you have to go to the place and do your own, we call recon. You know, Tiffany and I are ex-military, so that's the thing that we but we found it very important to be able to navigate throughout the continent through travel. And then now through travel, we're able to find our little niche area, which is East Africa for right now.
Right.
That was always my home and my baby. Now for what now? And to be able to bring it to light, again with like-minded people such as you guys on the ground there in Senegal, um, it just made sense for us to navigate what we're trying to do as far as business wise, using travel as the tool. So
Right.
that's our niche market there.
Right, right. And so you guys have built a really good network out there in East Africa. What is the business atmosphere like in East Africa? I've never been, and for those who haven't been, what can you share about like the economic society where you've been in East Africa?
Yeah, so East Africa, man, I could say so many things about East Africa, but I'll start off with Kenya being the big boy of the East African community. And what the East African community comprise of is 6 countries: Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, and I'm going to say this country wrong, but Burundi, and South Sudan. And this comprised of the East Africa community, where they have a trade agreement within these 6 countries, which make doing business in East Africa quite interesting. Because if you open a business in Kenya, which we have our local company now in Nairobi, Kenya, you're able to then go right next door to Tanzania and do the same thing very easily. In fact, they are in talks to try to come under one currency,
Right.
make trading and doing business a bit more easier. 3 countries out of the 6 countries speak Swahili. Most of those countries also speak English. So for us who want to return and do business in East Africa, it makes it a bit easier. One, because they speak English. And
Yes.
Kiswahili is not that hard to learn either if you're interested in doing that. Another fun fact, Nairobi is the number third, or excuse me, Kenya is the number third fastest growing country on the continent. As we know,
Wow.
right now, we have South Africa, Nigeria, and then Kenya. They have a GDP of 100 million at this point, even during the pandemic. Their foreign trade affairs are very vast, and they are the first sub-Saharan country right now that are in the free trade agreement or in negotiations with the free trade agreement with the U.S. Now that was under the Trump administration. Don't know
Right.
if the Biden administration is going
To hold on to it.
to hold on, but from what we heard from the ambassador of trade and mission here in DC, they look like they're still in talks with the negotiation. So that makes companies like ourselves, small SMEs, companies coming from the US going into East Africa, that makes it very attractive because you get a lot of tax liens and tax breaks and a lot of trade incentives going on when you're doing business in East Africa. So there's a lot of opportunity to grasp on. Uganda is doing quite well for themselves as well, especially inviting the quote unquote, the African Americans to come do business in Uganda.
Right.
Um, but I can go on, so I don't just don't.
Yeah, no, I mean, so there's a lot of activity going on in East Africa. This is good to know, like because people
Mhm.
want, they want options, and they want to know how those options differ as far as results, what they'll expect to see when they get there, how they can operate, and it's
Mhm.
always good to have that perspective from somebody who's not only been there but also been there building businesses, networking professionally, creating opportunities. So that's definitely what we like to hear. What can you tell us about now how the pandemic has affected the business that you're able to do with the continent and from where you are moving around the world?
Yeah, so travel, of course, we're in hospitality, we're in business tourism and leisure tourism. But what it has birthed for us, it has halted travel, right? Large group travel. For us, we just want to be safe than sorry. But what it has cultivated for us is creating virtual services that we can assist our future customers on opening their businesses in Kenya without even being in Kenya. One of the things that we love about East Africa, and more specifically Kenya, is now everything is digital. Uh, as I said before, we have established our local company there in Nairobi, Kenya, Views of Africa. And through Views of Africa, we are now offering services where we incorporate your business, get your tax ID, your virtual offices, also human resource services, such so on and so forth. We have a 3-level package that we offer, but we can do that virtually, literally from my home right now because
Right. Wherever you are
Kenya
in the
has,
world.
yes, Kenya
Right,
has
right.
established such a
And
great
speaking of the
system.
virtual space, you guys, I'm sorry to cut you off. You guys just had a virtual business summit just a few days ago, discussing some of these very same things. How was that
Yes.
summit, and what do you feel like came out of that?
The summer was great. We had some. It was live, so I know all about doing live.
To be
Um,
expected.
right. But it went well.
Nice.
And do it alongside the Kenyan government. Shout out to the Kenyan government. The Kenyan ambassador for Mission of Trade was on the summit that's located here at the embassy in DC. And then we also had the Kenyan Investment Authority, the promotion and manager, the number 2 guy under the CEO of Kenyan Investment Authority, on that webinar, and they were able to give a lot of information of what's going on in Kenya and in East Africa. We also talked about some of what our private sector partners are doing in East Africa and Uganda and so on and so forth. We also shouted out RJ and Made in Africa. So that was cool, but it offered the opportunity to really get people engaged with the government and ask them
Are we losing you? Can you hear me? All right, looks like maybe we lost Kia. Can you hear me? Frozen here. All right, so we'll see if we can get Kia back later here in the show. But for now, that's great information that she's been able to share about the activity that's going on in East Africa as far as being able to do business and trade there, the available connections and how we are received there, and her working with the ambassadors and those on the ground. These are the kind of business relationships that members of the diaspora are able to come home and take advantage of in any number of African countries. And just because, myself, my family, our team is based here in Senegal, this isn't the only place that people can live and thrive here on the ground. And as we're seeing more and more, folks are starting to put their heads together and actually build these collective opportunities that result in successful operations. So we're going to talk to another guest here, a brother who is also having a summit, a business summit as well, which is going on right now. I believe it started yesterday. I'm on that summit. But it's a summit that is sharing these exact same resources on how we can actually build businesses, connect with resources, and be successful professionally here on the ground. My brother Aris is here from the Diaspora Achievers. Aris, how's it going, my brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine, brother. How you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me all right? Can you hear
Okay,
me?
great. How you doing, my brother? How's
Can't,
everything?
can't complain, man. Everything is good over here. How are things with you?
Nice. So yeah, man. Today we're talking about making money in Africa. Obviously, that is the topic right now. Everybody is trying to bring these kind of resources together. We just had a sister on who had a virtual summit as well, building business connections and resources. Your summit is happening right now. What can you tell us about the summit, and what can people expect should they tune in?
So first and foremost, thanks for having me on, and I'm glad to hear that you guys are pushing this movement, the sister, yourself, and everybody else. So we need more of us, man. We need more. So with respect to your questions, really the focus of the summit is around, yes, I have this strong desire. Yes, I want to make an impact. I want to start a business, but how do I practically go from where I'm at today? Right? I may be anywhere in the world, North America, Europe. I may have a job. I may have commitment like car notes and mortgages and stuff like that. But how do I make that transition? So the purpose of the summit is say, okay, these are the steps that you could go through from wherever you are right now to making that transition. So I have about 20 or so guests who really, all of them, if not, I'd say most of them are really around, they were in the diaspora, they had good jobs, or they had at least a job and commitment, and the transition. So how did it were they able to make the transition? Because you may have a great opportunity on the continent, or you may want to go, but your challenge is how do I kind of plan that transition without losing everything that I've invested, that I've built wherever you are in the world. So essentially that's what the summit is about. There's a bunch of topics around different industries. I mean, I don't even want to start, man. There's so many different contact arts, healthcare, and tips in terms of how to find opportunities. Or an example would be, okay, I want to start in a specific space. I have no connections on the ground. I have zero network. I don't have a lot of money. How do I get started? So how do I build connections
Right.
from wherever I'm at today? That kind of stuff, really practical tips and tactics that those folks
Right.
have gone through to succeed in their transition.
What would you say is among the best opportunities that you've heard presented or shared, or things that you've heard available on the continent?
Whoa. Um, I think it's the good problem that the continent has is everything is a good opportunity. I know you guys probably hate that answer, but I would say anything from agriculture, art, finance, whatever. So I would say if somebody's wondering what should I do, I would just say two things. One, look at yourself, and rather one, look at the industry you like or you're good or you have skill set for, or even if you don't have the skill set, you have the interest. And number two, what problem they are in the industry, right? Because no matter how good you are, if there's no problem in that industry or that space, there's going to be no need. So I hate to say that, but anything and everything needs to be built, right? Like I said, it could be agriculture, it could be farm, it could be tech, and then you can start from nothing, literally, right? So just to talk about a few examples, extreme example I would have thought of is there's a brother in Nigeria. He basically started a company that in the aviation business, whereby he helps folks who are traveling back to the continent. And let's just say you travel from Atlanta to Dakar, for example, and then your flight is delayed, your flight is canceled, you're pissed, you're frustrated. You can turn that frustration into money, right? And his business is like, okay, if your flight is canceled, reach out to us. We're gonna fight. They're not a legal company, but essentially they're gonna represent you and go back and go to the this airlines and say, hey, my flight is delayed or my client's flight is delayed, and then you're gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? So that's a niche business that I would not have thought about.
Wow.
Obviously, you have agriculture and stuff like that, but typically when I
Man.
travel, if my flight is delayed, I'm like, oh well, it happens. But that's not
Yeah,
what it is.
those are the kind of creative opportunities that always impress me, because I mean there is this extraordinary need for so much. And we think about, in the West, all of these things are already filled. All of these types of opportunities, these businesses, these angles, these markets are already tapped. And so when you step into a lot of these untapped markets, I mean, really the opportunities are endless, and you can really potentially get in a lot easier with something very simple than you could if you wanted to go, do something too elaborate. Like you could really just, sell one simple product and really become, top of a market here. And so we want to try and relay those opportunities to the people. So your summit is going on for the next few days. Tell people how they can tune in or participate.
Yeah, it's startyourbusinessinafrica.com. Startyourbusinessinafrica.com. You go check it. It's free ticket. So essentially, with your free ticket, you have access to each and every session for 48 hours for free. Obviously, you can upgrade for lifetime access and access to a bunch of different features. But go ahead, check it out. And like I said, what I love about it is it's really people like you and I who are in the diaspora who made that transition, and they really share their tactic. They reveal the secrets in terms of, I was not born and raised on the continent. I don't know the continent too much. Or, I left them when I was a kid. I have no connection. I don't know how to, test my ideas and validate my ideas. How do I go about it? So they really share their strategies. So yeah, start your business in Africa.com. And what's dope about it too is talking about what you were saying earlier in terms of finding ideas. I would say, a lot of people who are making that transition, they want to build their legacy. They want to start a business that impacts the community. They want to build generational wealth, not just start a business and have a quick money and all of that. They want to build something that they can pass on to their kids. And, when they're done on earth, they can say that, hey, this guy did something. They got this person or this lady made a real impact. So, yeah, man, that's what it is. Startyourbusinessinafrica.com. Check it out.
Nice. Everybody make sure y'all go online and check Eris out. Startyourbusinessinafrica.com. He has an active summit going on right now with professionals from all over the diaspora and throughout the continent on starting your business in Africa. These resources are available. A lot of times we hear people make a lot of, the regular excuses, right? I don't know how. I didn't, I don't have connections. I'm not plugged in. Well, we're plugging you in. You guys make sure you check out Eris. And Eris, you have social media. Anybody can follow you on?
Yeah, I'm working on that, man. I'm not I'm not too good with that. But
No doubt.
I'm on
So for
Diaspora.
now, start your business in
Yeah, let's start with
Africa.com.
that. I'm really focused on solving those problems. Then I put the word out. You know what I mean?
Tunnel vision. Thanks so
Yes.
much, Eris, for joining us. We
Thanks
look
for having me.
forward to having you back soon, man.
Thanks for having me on, brother. Keep doing what you're doing, man. We did more, you guys.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Yeah, guys. So this is the intent of programs like this is to bring these kind of people to focus to be able to, educate our brothers and sisters on the opportunities that they have available. And there are so many on the continent, as you guys see. I mean, folks are getting into tech, they're getting into food, they're getting into travel, they're getting into real estate, they're getting into education. These are all wide open. What we see today is probably the highest participation of the diaspora in the development of Africa in history. So, we want to keep on pushing that forward. We're going to talk to a couple other people on today's show about that. But first, guys, I'm going to go ahead and jump into some topics that are hot in the news right now. Thanks for the super chat, O'Shea, Duke, Jackson. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot for the support. So, guys, what's going on right now is huge. The exodus is actually happening. This is not, something that we're just kind of, conjuring or just speaking of. This is actually happening. Right now, the UK is reporting it. The Independent Telegraph UK is reporting that 1.3 million migrants, most of which African immigrants in the UK, have moved out of the country. I repeat, right now, the UK is reporting, all right, that 1.3 million immigrants to the United Kingdom in the past 12 months has moved out. And they're coming back home. They're coming back to Africa. They are seeing Europe for what it is. Obviously, Brexit was a nasty, racist kind of, political move that was made. And so that showed a lot of people. And then now also with coronavirus, that country is going through its second major lockdown. Tons of businesses closed. The West is effectively falling to its own, faults at this point. So our brothers and sisters are coming home. So not only are our African American brothers from the diaspora coming, not only are our Afro Caribbeans coming home, but also the African born, those who went out to the rest of the world. It is now coming to light that they are also coming home. So you guys, look at this as a real opportunity to embrace the continent wholeheartedly and with unity. Somebody's saying right now in the comments that UK is under total lockdown. And I think that, what we're seeing there is kind of a result of in the same decisions that were kind of made early on in last year. These countries are not really trying to actually curb this thing. There's, a greater agenda involved. And so, as I always say, whenever the West goes through its worst times, which is often, our people are often the worst off. We're often the worst affected. And so we have to begin preparing. And if not begin preparing, we need to be, getting it to the finish line as far as getting our families situated, having alternative incomes, creating alliances that are outside of just, our small circles. We need to start reaching our arms farther so that we can actually have stability in times of need. So that's what we're talking about in today's show. This is Exodus Radio. My co-hosts, Sister Yaa and Chief Foday, are away today. Sister Yaa is actually in Ghana helping new members of hers there on the ground to get situated. I think they're doing not citizenship, but residencies and some other things today. So shout out to Sister Yaa in Ghana. We spoke just before the show started. She was upset that she wouldn't be able to make it, but she's being effective in her job on the ground. Chief Foday also in Sierra Leone, holding it down for the Gullah Nation. He's down there doing some major projects as well. More grassroots, building with the communities, teaching different trades as far as local urban farming and things of this nature. You guys really should tap in with us if you have resources to bring to any of these fields, any of these industries. We're seeing now that people are able to come here, start a business, and even go back and forth to the States or to wherever they're from in the diaspora and still have that additional income coming in. So shout out to everybody who is actually getting it in on the ground. Let's see. Gullah Geechee, stand up for sure. Shout out to the Gullah world. And Vital Empress says, I'm really glad to hear what Eris was saying. It's true. It's very hard to pull the plug completely. We want to come home, but we want to do so intelligently. This is major, guys. This is major. And this is something that I've been saying since the beginning is never should this move back to the continent be made impulsively. Never should this move be made in a way that is, how can I say, unstable, right? This is not something that you want to just kind of try out on a whim. It's something that you really have to put some deep research and study and actually understand what you're getting into. And so that's why we go so hard with, pounding with the information, bringing, these things to the light, because we understand that, like, at any point, if you're unprepared, you could get here and be in a way that sends you back or leaves you, not necessarily taken care of. So we gotta get our folks right. One of these kind of resources that I also want to bring to you guys' attention is a program called Pay Dunya. We've talked a lot over the years about several of the payment processors. Many of us are familiar with being particularly unstable for those of us operating here on the ground. At any time, they feel kind of, as if security is of an issue if you're doing business on the ground. And so a lot of times they don't allow you to transact business as you wish. And so we've been exploring many options on how to find stable and sustainable payment processors. And so Paydunia is a Black-owned, African-owned, Senegalese-owned payment processing company. Now been around 5 years. They're in their first year of major expansion, and they provide all of the same payment processing and invoicing services as, say, a PayPal or a Stripe, and it's Black owned. It's extremely easy to use. They do have obviously the security precautions that are required if you want to sign up as a business to use the service. But they also connect with several of the major mobile money products and services here on the ground. So you can even send money to people direct through mobile money. So even people who don't have a account with Paydunia can be able to receive funds from you. And this is a huge win right now for the continent. This is something that's new, and it is developing now in a way that the general public can use it. Again, like I say, it's been around 5 years, but initially they were only operating with large companies. You know, if you didn't have a multi-million-dollar account, they weren't really dealing with you. Now they've opened themselves up for small businesses and for even just personal use. So check out Paydunia, Paydunya.com. Paydunia is Black-owned payment processor developing out of Senegal. We're now partnered with Paydunia, so shout out to them. Speaking of partners, our next guest here on Exodus Radio today is a brother of mine that I've worked with now for about a decade. And again, for those who are just tuning in, Sister Yaa and Chief Foday are away today. So we're bringing on some other guests who can share with us different insight on making money in Africa. So again, my brother who's coming on right now, he's out of Indianapolis, Indiana. All right, Midwest. And my brother is in the music business. And as he explores opportunities towards the continent, he's looking to use his own skill here on the ground. So without ado, here's my brother, Boss Beezy, out of Indiana. Boss, what's going on, brother?
Much respect. Much respect. How you doing, sir?
I'm sorry.
Can you hear me? You can't hear me? Hold on. Let me see. Wait.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Right.
Okay. All right. What's up, King?
Hold
Good.
the phone down a little bit more, man. Your head is kind of low. There you go.
I get to
my man. How's everything going in Naptown?
Man, pretty good, sir. Just staying out the way, handling business, man, making tracks and taking care of being a father. You know what I mean? That's what we got to do out here in 2021.
I know that's right. Yeah, man. So we're talking today on Exodus Radio about making money in Africa. You and I have worked together for a while. You even now are one of the producers making music for Africans for Africans and some of our media projects. So for those of you who watch our show and you're wondering who's making those hot tracks, that background music that we're using, this is my brother right here, Boss Beezy. But you're also looking to come to the continent. What's your plan for that? And how are you looking to transfer your skill over?
Well, I feel like after seeing your walk, seeing where we came from, seeing what we were doing and the clubs and the things that we were doing, and to be able to see your progression from us being young and having fun to us being serious about business, it's a real motivation for me, you know. And so I used that, and I started to see, okay, what is it that could I could do to benefit what you're doing now, and it's so much opportunity, man. Just being able to come over there with my people and let them and do music in a way that'll be creative and also marketable. You know, with different businesses, different organizations, commercials. You know, we kind of got our business together before we came, so a lot of the business that we do now is like on the ASCAP end, BMI end, things like that, which is making a lot of sense now, you know. And so we got to be able to also bring up our youth into whoever wants to learn how to do this business and learn how to get further in music. We got to show them that it's more than just rapping and singing and singing. There's a lot more ways to make money in music. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, you know, not for nothing, you know, you're probably one of the most talented, you know, artists when it comes to the use of, you know, those beat machines and that computer. Man, you put together some beautiful music. And I see now here on the ground, a lot of the entertainers, the musicians here, they're starting to pick up these new, you know, technologies in their sound and in their, you know, even in their film production, etc. How do you feel like, you know, Africa is ready for a super producer kind of sound when it comes to music?
Um, I feel like, you know, as I listen to a couple of artists like you know Magasto and you know things like that, and I hear how his music sounds. And, you know, there's some real quality production in that area. It's all about being able to focus it and being able to create revenue from it. You know, a lot of people can make good music, but how can you create revenue from the music from your music that's going to generate money? And not every you know, it's not everything is about record sales anymore due to the fact that it's digital age. So you have to be able to continue. You have to be able to find creative ways to market your music, and that's where track edit productions come in. You know, that's where I'm coming in from Indianapolis to be able to help you guys create more avenues for your music besides just being to have the star. You know,
Right.
I want to be glamorous, but you know, there's a lot of ways to make money from music.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, man. So, what do you have to tell folks about, you know, I mean, for those who are looking to the content? I mean, you've been watching for a while. You've not been here yet. But what would you say to your brothers and sisters in the States who are kind of just looking for opportunities, trying to find a way out? Like, what's your, you know, what's your focus, and what would you tell them?
My focus would be to, you know, follow the plan. You guys got a pretty solid plan. You know, the plan is, you know, get your business plan together, figure out what you're trying to do and how you're trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? How much it's going to cost, budget, things like that. You know, get your background check together so people know they ain't hiring no weirdos. You know, the plan that you guys have to get over there. Plus, you got to, you know, you got to also have the mindset. You can't just leave. Like you got to be able to know that you're going into a different land. You got to learn the cultures. You got to learn the, you know, and do a little research on your area, the money transfer, the how your money equates, you know, to their money. So you'll know how much money you need to take to be sufficient. You know, and also try to set up residual income if you're from the States. You know, try to set up some residual income, some money that's gonna come into your bank account regardless of what you're doing here or in Africa. And therefore you'll be able to continue to see your money grow on top of investing your money in the things that you're trying to achieve in a different land.
Right, right, right. Man, Boss Beezy, thanks so much, big bro. It's been a long time.
Thank
Hopefully
you,
we
sir.
welcome you soon.
Hey, this man is the best, y'all. Y'all better listen to everything that's coming out this man's mouth, okay? It's good to see him grow into this business, y'all, and being able to bring people home. You know, God said, "Call, come out of her, my people." And I'm trying to get up out of there, okay? Because this is where I need to be with y'all doing what I do best, you know, me and my prince. And, you know, of course, I bring my princess and my queen, and we'll make stuff happen. But for the most part, at the end of the day, I want to be able to come over there and show you guys that there's ways to make more money and ways to market your music and market your talent, you know, and also be able to put them in commercial, put you in a commercial, put you in business. Like, my bro is using my music right now as a commercial. You know, that's that's a part of your marketing. You know, if somebody comes in and hears
That's the
a
brand.
song and want to do a chorus on it or something, that's a part of your marketing, and that's a part of being able to expose yourself and get more income.
That's right. That's right. Hey, facts upon facts upon facts. Y'all go check out Boss Beezy, CEO of Track Addicts. If you're in music, if you're doing industry business, holla at my guy, man. He take care of you. Thanks a lot,
Boss
boss.
Busy 317 on Instagram, y'all. You know, always be able to find me. And y'all can find me directly through King my D's page too.
That's right. That's right. All right, man. Yes. So you guys see the opportunities really are endless, and we're seeing our brothers and sisters who are formerly, having these skilled positions in the States and in the West, saying, "Hey, look, I'm gonna get back to the continent, and I'm gonna use my same skill, but I'm gonna use it there. And not only am I gonna use it there, I'm gonna use it to build stronger infrastructure for the industries, so that they can last, so they can be sustainable, so that others can actually." Monetize them and be able to make more money out of them so that we can actually increase the economic growth. This is the mentality that we're always trying to inspire in our brothers and sisters. These are the things that I know for a fact, prior to me coming here, that I didn't know existed. I didn't know these opportunities were something that we even were welcome to. And so we're seeing now that we are, and so we want to continue to make that positive impression. Another big news right now, guys, they say this year they're rolling out the African passport. So the one passport for all of Africa should be rolling out this year. No more splitting it up by country or splitting it up by region. I believe they're starting out just with the diplomats and some of the major figures, kings, etc. But eventually, all of our folks here on the continent will be able to have the same passport. We're taking one step closer to that one Africa that we're all, hoping and wishing and waiting for. So make sure that you guys tune in and support. And speaking of, that collective African development, make sure you guys also check out the State of the African Diaspora. SOAD, as they short it, SOAD, is the developing structure that is, going to be supporting economic development from the diaspora to the continent on a diplomatic level. So we're talking about a structure that's now all over the world, hundreds of representatives, ministers, deputies, ambassadors, tons of support from the royal houses on the ground, including the African Kingdoms Federation, led by Queen Sheba. And they are in collaboration developing solutions for the COVID crisis. Right now, the Queen herself and the African Kingdoms Federation are developing an academy, Pan-African Health Academy, that can actually not only be able to create medicines, our own actual vaccines, but to be able to test them, to be able to verify them, to be able to approve them ourselves, not just receiving them from the West or from others who send them into Africa. This is necessary. These are the kinds of big moves we need made on our behalf so that we can feel safe in our motherland, so that we can have the peace of mind that we're coming home for. We definitely want to shake that, how can we say, hesitancy, towards the wellness that's available to us. We don't want to have to continue through time being skeptical of what people are offering us in terms of our health and wellness. So the African Kingdoms Federation, along with SOAD, State of the African Diaspora, are developing that. You can also apply there for your State of the African Diaspora ID card. It's a citizen ID, member of the African diaspora. With that card, you can vote in parliamentary elections. You get to pick who's going to be the next prime minister or vice prime minister or deputies, etc. And your voice should matter in who represents us as the nation that we are. All right. So the African diaspora is now a state. We are our own nation. And so we have to support the governmental structure, the diplomatic structures that support us. Again, this is Exodus Radio, guys. And if you haven't yet, make sure to visit our website, madeinafricaproject.com. On the website, you can learn how you can connect with us here on the ground. You can also get assistance with building businesses, relocating, investing, etc. And we would like to extend that to you. If you'd like to also contribute to the Exodus, you can do so at donorbox.org/Exodus-Alliance. That's scrolling across the bottom there. You guys can go there and make a contribution to Sankofa Repatriation Assistance Program, which is helping less than fortunate brothers and sisters to be able to access, the resources that they need here on the ground. Let's see what we have here. But expresses about citizenship. She says a brother from California, label over in Kenya called Black Market, is doing big things. Starting the films, he's mixing hip hop with native vibe. Homie, papered up. That's great. I actually did hear about Black Market and what they're doing out there in Kenya. We got actually one here in Senegal as well. New World Media. They're creating incredible content, music videos. They're doing movies. They're shooting commercials for local businesses. They even shot a movie about the coronavirus pandemic last summer and released it. It's got millions of views on YouTube. Really well put together. It's called Cas Communautaire. It is in French and Wolof. But very, very, very good production. I mean, this is something that Senegal's never seen this kind of film production here on the ground. If it's a really well filmed movie here, 9 times out of 10 it came from France or was filmed outside and they just show it here. But this movie to be filmed here, these brothers are using the Red Dragon cameras. They're coming out equipped. They've got all of the equipment to be able to shoot full length movies, documentaries, etc. Shout out to New World Media. Again, they are African American owned as well. Brothers from Atlanta, and brought his family and is now developing several businesses here on the ground. So I want you guys to continue to think about options. What are you good at? What are you interested in? How can you expand that to the soil? We're working every day with our members at the Exodus Repatriation and Investment Club to do just that. We've got folks investing in everything from automotive sectors to food to real estate to major projects. We even just took on a client now that's having a hotel that they're developing and allowing people to invest as little as $200 into the development of this hotel to own a share. The hotel is already 60% developed, and it's coming along really nice. Great area, great location, right next to the water. And this is an opportunity for people to just, put their money into something. And one thing we do have to remember when we're investing in these types of collective operations is, don't expect that investment to, be recuperated right away. When you invest into something like this, especially if it's a collective investment, you shouldn't even expect returns on something like that before the first year or maybe into the second year. So if you invest in those types of programs, take that into account. That whatever you put there, you should just leave it for a while. Don't look for it. Don't count it every month. wait for it to mature, and then you can, take it out. If nothing else, you can leave it to your next generation as an inheritance. So these are, things that we have to know when investing. All right. You guys tell me a little bit about what you do in the comments. You guys drop some of your careers, some of your, businesses. Tell us about your independent businesses. We'll get more here on Exodus Radio today. And coming up here in just a little bit, we're going to have my wife, Queen Yaa Mahdi, is going to be joining us and talking about her new book, which comes out just in a few days on February 1st. Her new book is called The Repat Guide, 50 Startups for Repats in Africa. So my wife has written a book, and in that book, she's detailed a lot of the, some of which are seemingly obvious opportunities here on the ground when you get here. Others more intricate, more detailed, and then just breaks them down as to how you can get started. What will be necessary? What's your initial investment expectations, and how you can earn from those types of operations as well. So you guys stick around on this show today on Exodus Radio. Again, we were missing Sister Yaa and Chief Foday. They both have other major operations that they're handling today on the ground in Ghana and Sierra Leone. So we're here in Senegal, Dakar, doing this thing on our own today. Thank you all for tuning in. It's always a pleasure to be able to bring y'all this kind of information, because it's always so much. We get this information day in and day out. We get sent so many opportunities and proposals and options, and one of the most important things that we can do with that information is to pass it on. And so that's why we do this Exodus Radio every week. That's why we are linking our hands together with the Exodus Alliance, connected with other Pan-African organizations on the ground to say, hey, we're helping people here, you're helping people there, we're helping people like this, you're helping people like that. Let's all work together so that we can help all of our brothers and sisters in unity. So you guys make sure that you support. All right. Here in just a minute, again, we're going to talk with Yaa Mahdi, who's my wife and my co-founder, my partner, my road dog here at Made in Africa Project. She's been here with me in Senegal for 7 years going on. And we've been married for 10. And now she has, taken her own angle to this whole Exodus mission. And I was really impressed, like, with the book, like how much she was able to really get done. She is still a mother. She's got an incredible responsibility. We've got a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old. The 7-year-old's been homeschooling. Obviously, the pandemic's been keeping schools at bay, but the lady has held it down. So shout out to that. And I want to really appreciate her support here, because she's been actually one of the driving, idea, bringers here when it comes to how we move and, what we do. Thanks, Vital Empress, who says black love or stay single. Shout out to the African superstar, Gina Ifo. All right. So yeah, tell us a little bit about how you guys are looking to get involved on the continent. I see here somebody is talking about bringing equipment. Okay. Let's see. Yes, the passports are coming right now. I've already actually started digging in to see how soon I can get mine. They're talking about the African passports rolling out this year. We're definitely excited about that, y'all. We don't know how soon they're going to be made available to the public, but once they are, we're definitely going to be getting them. Talk Greasy says, your wife's book is dope. I want to purchase a physical when I arrive next month. Dope. Thanks a lot. You guys, make sure y'all leave a review if you can go on the Made in Africa Project page on Facebook or on Queen Aaliyah's page on Facebook. Leave a review if you've read the book. I know some folks have already taken advantage of the pre-sale deal. Right now, the book is pre-selling at half price. If you'd like to pick up your copy of it, go to madeinafricaproject.com. I think it's $14.99 right now until February 1st. So go and get the book right away. You guys make sure to pick it up and read it, use it. D Cox says, will it be in print or just an ebook? Right now, it's just an ebook. Yeah, you can go ahead and just go through the website madeinafricaproject.com. On the homepage, on the main page, if you scroll down, you'll see a flyer, information about the book. Just click on there, and it'll take you through the process to download the ebook. And this is just $15, folks. This is real simple. There's a wealth of information in that book. If you see anything in that book that you're interested in or that you want to actually get involved in, feel free to let us know. We're here to help. We're here to not just drop an idea on you and run off, but also to help you facilitate if you need. This is like a full service, well-rounded operation that we have to be able to provide for our brothers and sisters, because we understand the road is tough. Shout out to everybody who has made it to the ground already. We are again welcoming folks here every week. We've got a new family in town right now. Our VP is out with them, helping them find an apartment before the first of the month. We've got another family arriving here in a few days on the 29th. And so on and so forth. It's literally been like that for the past 3-4 months or more, probably since like the end of the summer, maybe September-ish. As the world goes through this whole reset, and obviously we've got this global pandemic, people are scrambling for opportunities, and we want to be able to provide them. You guys make sure that you are, getting all of your affairs in order before you travel. This is something that I just want to stress. We're still seeing folks showing up here ill prepared, or popping up without letting us know in advance, and then needing it, assistance when they get here. Don't wait till the last minute, right? You already know that you are interested in coming home. Even if you're not ready to come right now, you're thinking, I got 3 months, 6 months, a year. Start now researching. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna put you in a far better position to know where you fit in and how you can actually sustain. When you do it impulsively, trust me, we're seeing people do it and it's not working. We're seeing people literally hit us up and they're like, I'm here in Dakar, can I join you guys' club? I need a place by Monday. We're like, what? We got 27 other things, to do before Monday. And this is, how we plan out our activities. We do that really far in advance so that we can be prepared for you. So join us now. Join the Exodus Alliance. Join the Exodus Repatriation and Investment Club. We have packages as low as $300 for residential home finding assistance. If you're coming, you're going to need some help finding a place. You're going to need, some assistance relocating, moving that container, getting your residency, getting settled in, finding schools for your kids, etc. If you're going to need that, $300 is a very reasonable investment to make for that information. And that's where it starts. If you're looking for investment consulting, now if you're looking to start a business, you're looking to build some type of sustainable project, you've got a build to scale project in mind, and you want to know how it's going to work here. You want to test out the market. You want to do research or recon on different markets and compare them to each other. That will be our business and investment level. It's a $999, $1,000. It's a lifetime membership. You pay that one time, you're in From there, you get our assistance and consulting. You can partner and connect and collaborate with those who are also members of our club and our partners, etc. And then you can have the peace of mind to know that I can start a business here and have support and have connections and have resources and a team to point me in the right direction. And we all we're asking is that you come prepared. All right, hold yourself accountable. Don't just don't procrastinate. Don't spend too much time hemming and hawing. Just get involved. Take that step. You will not be upset that you did. All right. So you guys make sure to tap in with us, madeinafricaproject.com. And as we were talking about earlier on the show, some of the opportunities that are available here are seemingly simple. I want to point out that here in Senegal in particular, there are a lot of products in tech that are still not available here, and especially the good qualities. So the tech industry in Senegal has been largely owned by China. You see Samsung everywhere. You've got a ton of fake knockoff products being brought in, things like cell phone chargers, ear pods, even phones. They're having the knockoff phones kind of in the market. You can't really tell. So there is a huge need in Senegal for good quality electric products and smart devices. If you have resources in that industry, let us know. Come to the table. Let's set up, the first Apple store in Senegal. There is no Apple store here, but everybody's got an iPhone. Right? These are similar. These things seems like it should be already, but it may not perhaps be. So make sure you guys tap in if you've got resources there. Somebody says the diaspora needs guest houses and small clinics in every country. This is one of the operations that we're working on with the Al Kabalon Development Group and our Made in Africa project, because we have a lot of people who come and stay either temporarily or like long-term stay, 6 months, 8 months, a year, etc. And we are actually collectively building these type of properties as well. If you'd like to invest in one of the repatriate homes that we're building here in Senegal, let us know. Again, madeinafricaproject.com. Join the Exodus Repatriation Club. We keep telling you guys this, and then I promise you somebody's going to hit me up tomorrow, and they're going to be like, oh, what can I do over there? How can I get paid? I want to come right now, man, but what's available? We're telling you guys how to do it. Join the club. Get in the collective groups. We're going to sit down with you and do direct consultations one-on-one. We're going to ask you your budget. We're going to dig into your experience and your professional career, etc. We're going to find out what resources you have. It's not always just monetary. A lot of times you can just have materials. We had a guy just hit us up. He said that an apartment complex, I guess, like is going out of business, or apartment building, and they had a whole gym, like a whole fitness gym. He managed to get all of the equipment for some retarded deal, and now he's putting it in a container and sending it here. This guy's about to set up a gym. Just like that. He's like, hey, man, I got all this stuff. I'm getting a container. Container costs about $3,000. I'm gonna just put all this in the container and send it over there. We'll get a little storefront, little commercial space, and we're setting up a fitness gym. It's a necessary business here. They have gyms already, but there is a need for improved quality machines and materials. So again, seemingly simple, but can be a potentially sustainable business that this guy can be earning, several hundred or several $1,000s a month off of, and that can fund his exodus if he chooses, or he can just put extra money in his pocket from where he is in the diaspora. So let's take these kind of things seriously, guys. Let's put our heads together and figure out what do we want to do? What do we want to contribute to? How do we want to impact the atmosphere here on the ground? How do we want to impact the economics of the continent? All right. Let's see. We got some more folks chiming in their different operations here. Somebody says East Africa and Gambia is where you get more bang for your buck. All right. Definitely in Gambia, the money transfer is a lot greater. Somebody else says, I've heard there are Black Americans who invested cell phones in the USA. Have you heard or did you reach out? Invested cell phone in the USA. I'm not sure if you're saying they invested them into the USA or if they invested them in the continent. Yoga studios, that's a big one. You guys would be surprised how many people here do yoga. Don't sleep. That is a good one. Yoga studios, and even some of the other, traditional and cultural meditation practices, etc. Definitely a good one. I Dream of Black Queens. You should put that one to work. Willie Tebb says, "How's the transportation industry there?" Woo! Exploding. If you have the opportunity to ship cars, buses, motorbikes, there's a huge need there. Even if you're interested in investing in, different these car washes and Jiffy Lube type spots. Let us know. We have huge resources to assist in that right now, as we've taken on new partners with our Al Line Development Group, and they're having global partners to be able to bring these resources here. Just let us know what you're looking to invest. I mean, it's really about just being honest, with yourself, what you have to invest, and then you can be able to, get started. All right. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and bring on my wife, Leah. She is the author of the new book, The Repack Guide, 50 Startups for Repats in Africa. Give me 1 second. I'm actually going to move my position so that we can sit together here, okay? You guys sit tight. All right, can you guys see us there? I think you gotta come this way. Is it that way? Here, come this way. Okay, there we go. All right, folks, what's happening? We've got the wife here, Queen Aaliyah.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
And Leah is an author now. You're an author.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
That feels pretty good.
Yeah.
First ebook that I was able to put up for you guys. So I'm really excited. I was able to put out a lot of information to help you guys in discovering what sectors you can get involved in here on the continent. So just get your wheels turning. We've been working on this. I really started, a while ago. And it took years and years of research, right, for us to formulate this book, from both ends, from being in business here on the continent as well as being a consumer. So we've experienced a lot of things just dealing with local businesses here, where we were able to see different gaps and areas that needed improvement. So a lot of that information is included in my book that was just released, the Repack Guide, 50 Startups for Repats in Africa. You guys go grab it. We're doing a pre-launch sale right now until February 1st, so it's 50% off. So you can take advantage of it before the price goes up on the first.
Gotta get it early.
Yes. And make sure you join onto the email list because we're going to keep you updated with tons of other programs and things that we'll be giving to you guys, resources.
And speaking of which, we're going to be doing a live launch together right here on the same networks. So you'll be able to tune in either on my YouTube or on our Africa Day 2020 Facebook page, or the Black Kings and Queens Project Facebook page as well. Also, I think that Fly Girl. So we're gonna go live across multiple platforms. This is this coming Monday, which is February 1st. So you guys can tune in, and that's at what time is it? Is it 9 to 11?
Yes, EST, 9 to 11.
9
Eastern
a.m. to
Standard
11,
Time.
right.
Mhm.
So y'all tune in and make sure that you support. We're going to be sharing a few of those secrets from Leah's book on the live. Not too many, because you got to get the book. You have to actually get the book and support. But we're going to share some of those during the live launch. We're going to talk to some people who have read the book and what they think about it. And then we're also going to do some giveaways. Maybe you might win a book. You might win something else. You never know.
Yes.
You never know.
The book is value packed, guys. So it's got a lot of information in there, and it's updated information, right? 2020, right now, what can we do right now if we come to the continent?
Right.
What can we get involved in right now? Tons of information about even countries that are offering different like grant programs, for example. I'll just give away one little bit. Like agriculture is really big right now, right, on the continent, and many countries are looking to invest with people who want to come in and get involved in agriculture. So I even dig into specific types of businesses within agriculture that you can get involved in.
Right? Nice. So you'll be able to check out those opportunities sector by sector and see what is there in your sector in beauty and wellness, in agriculture, in transportation, as somebody asked just a little while ago. All of these are laid out in my wife Aaliyah's book, which will be coming out on Monday officially, and we'll have having the launch then. But you can get the pre-sale half off right now on our website, madeinafricaproject.com. Scroll down on the home page, click the link, go through the steps, get the book, read it, and then when you read it, send us your review. Let us know what you think. You can shoot it to us on Facebook or any network, it doesn't matter, or email us or even through the website. But let us know how you like it. And also, we'd like to have you on during the launch on Monday so that you can share with everybody, what you thought. So y'all check out Aaliyah's first book, The Repack Guide.
And after you pick your business, we got the real guide here, our expert. So he's going to help you get it started here on the ground. And that's what it's really about. Put it in action, right? Putting that plan together, putting it in action. So.
That's right. You got to put it in action. It's not enough to just dream, guys. This day and age, we got to make sure that we are, taking these opportunities by the horns and just really giving them our all, because the opportunities exist, the doors are open, the resources are available, and we're here to help. So why not, right?
Absolutely. Let's check. Is there any questions in the comments? You guys have any questions?
I can't even see the comments. Okay, so we've got somebody asking, will it be a digital book?
Yes, it is a digital book. So it is an instant download. Once you go on the website, madeinafricaproject.com, and you scroll down on the main page, you just click on the flyer for the ebook launch, and it takes you directly to the purchase link, and you get your book instantly. So no wait time. We got to keep it digital today, guys.
Somebody asked, what about Amazon?
Amazon. We are not on Amazon. We are totally self-published, totally Black-owned, and so come support us, guys. No Amazon. I'm sorry.
Somebody says, is the book specific to West Africa, or are other regions involved?
Other regions are involved in the book, but I pretty much lay out majority of the businesses are specific to West Africa, but in countries that have similar developmental progress, you may find that these businesses are transferable across the continent. Sorry.
Nice. So somebody also says, what about drop shipping? Would that be a benefit when moving to the continent? And is that in the book?
Well, it depends. Are you speaking on drop shipping from the continent to other countries?
Yeah, she says, I'm currently setting up an online store for drop shipping. Will that be a benefit when I move to the continent, or is that in the book?
There's not much on drop shipping in this book, mainly because we wanted to focus on physical businesses, tangible businesses. So I didn't jump too much into that, but that is an option for you if you're looking for a inexpensive way to get started. Drop shipping is definitely an option.
The website.
Yes.
On the website.
And you can go on the website, www.mainafricaproject.com, to learn more.
And all right, some other folks say congratulations, awesome, and they're gonna be getting the book as well. Putting the website on the screen right now, guys. You can go ahead and visit the website and get your copy of the book. And thanks everybody for that support. And we always want to continue to bring these resources available. And so Leah is even going to be making some additions to the book upcoming. So you guys look out for perhaps a deluxe version. I know there's going to be a lot more to come. So y'all pay attention. This is all education for the community. We've been around long enough to understand, what challenges exist. We've been able to survive a lot of those challenges. Many of them, very tiring and worrisome. And so we've been able to save a lot of people now from those same challenges through the resources that we're sharing. So we thank you all for engaging us, and make sure you pick up Aaliyah's book.
Absolutely. And more importantly, make sure that you register your email address, because once you do that and you're in our system, every time a new book is released, we can go ahead and notify you. And like I said, we'll be covering a number of different businesses and topics and go more in depth. Okay. So I know y'all ready to come home. Come on home.
Come
it's
on
time.
home. Come
it's
on
time.
home. All right. So yeah, guys, making money in Africa. This is what the show is about today. There's so much to be said about the topic. Obviously, it's a totally new environment, but there are much similar needs and demands. And so bridging those, things, the resources and putting them in place to make a sustainable living off of them is not always easy. And so any chance that you have to gather information, continue to research, ask questions from people who are here, ask questions from people who have done it and who are successful. Ask questions from people who are sincere and who actually care about the development of the continent. Because what we also see is that there are a lot of, pessimists. There are a lot who are not necessarily having the continent's best interest in mind, and so they're misleading people. They're miseducating people. They're sharing information that is not necessarily beneficial or productive. And so make sure you're asking the right people. Make sure you're tapping in with the right organizations. Make sure that you are checking the facts, on folks, so that you can have second opinions and be able to be more confident in how you move. All right. This is what we do it for. So make sure you guys go to the website, mainafricaproject.com. Also, if you haven't heard, at the ADG, Al Kabalan Development Group, we've also just acquired new land here in Senegal. We're able to now develop, any type of industry that you can think of. And in addition to industries and business, we're also developing communities, homes, apartment buildings, commercial spaces. If nothing else, right? Let's say you don't even have a business that you want to start. You can't think of a product or a service that you'd like to provide. just build a space.
Exactly.
Just build a space. Just build a strip mall. Just build a boutique. Build a corner store. Build an apartment building. Build, it doesn't matter. Just build a space, and that space can always be used. Real estate never depreciates. It's always going to be pushing that value up, especially if you're purchasing land that's in appreciating areas. And that's where we can be able to help you to, make the right decisions. Exactly. I mean, just as easily as you can buy good land, you can also buy bad land that's not useful or not in an area that's desirable, and thus lose or waste your investment. So let us help guide you through that as well. Sorry, the comments are all the way over here. Somebody says, I'm getting my membership tonight. Lisa Abrams, shout out to you. Thanks so much. We'll be excited about guiding you on your journey. I know that it takes a lot to take that first step. And a lot of times, people just want to know that they're going to be able to, get what they expect. And that's what we spend a lot of time focusing on. And so we thank you so much for your confidence. Somebody else says, I'm ready to leave. Hey, look, I know the feeling.
Absolutely.
We've been there.
It's a pull. It's a strong pull on your spirit when you're called to come home. And
right.
When you're called, you have to move.
You gotta go. Just make sure you make the move smart. Make sure that you guys, take your time and have everything you need to do it correctly. Those of you with children, you will really appreciate the effect that the continent has on kids, on children. They learn the languages, they pick up the cultural, and traditional adaptations. They bring that out even more because the children are always like involved in everything. I know our kids are. Yes. Our kids teach us a lot.
Above all else, they're safe.
Right.
And when you can have that sense of security and peace, is like no other.
Right. Get that. Yeah. Get that. y'all need that. All right. Jahari says in the chat, listening from LA, love the show, bought the book. Thanks sharing your goal with us, Aaliyah. We need help.
Thank you for your support. Thank you for supporting us. So
thanks so much.
We're giving to you, and you're giving to us. It's a reciprocity.
It's a mutual exchange. For sure. We appreciate all of the support. You guys will not be let down if it's left to us. We've made it our mission to, put our backs against the wall and continue bringing these resources against all odds, against all challenges and adversity. We got a whole pandemic raging. We got, damn near Civil War number 2 going on in America. We've got, the world is a crazy place.
It's crazy
it's
right
a
now.
confusing place. For real.
And let me just let you guys know, like, these kind of opportunities that we have and that my husband has worked so hard for and we put together, they just don't come by often. And, now is our time. Now is our time to take advantage of these things and really work with the Africans and the continent as a whole to build ourselves up. It's for generational success.
That's right. Mark Trey says, can you or do you have a building for guest houses and affordable housing for elderly that we can see and donate to the project if you can walk people through that venture? That's a really good idea and a necessary demand also, just creating spaces for our elderly and particularly, our returned elderly. Because they are here on the continent as well and needing, to be cared for and looked after. We do not have an active project for an elderly property, but we would definitely be interested in facilitating. If anybody out there has the resources and you'd like to build a space, then we'd definitely like to help you put it to use in that way. We do have a property right now, which is a hotel property and they're allowing people to invest as little as $200 in that property to own shares. And so we're going to be bringing that to our members in the Exodus Repatriation Investment Club. If you join, you'll have access to that information and how to get set up. We also have somebody say, what about floral businesses? Wow, you guys are bringing out all the creative ones today. I like that. I like that. Yeah, floral businesses. Actually, they have a considerable amount of these floral. Yeah, they're outdoors. So it's not so much pipe nursery-ish, but more so just like a huge park full of
plants. It's just a garden. You can just go shopping in the garden.
Right.
And you can pick out any plant that you want.
What you don't see here so much are like cut and arranged flowers.
No.
So yeah, everything's in a pot. Yeah.
And we keeping it alive.
We're keeping it alive.
Right.
Let's not kill the plants. And you know, my mother used to always say that, that once you cut a flower, it's dead. Once you cut a plant, it's dead. So she used to always say, don't bring me dead flowers, like a bouquet of roses. Bring me roses in a pot. Or bring me, roses I can plant in my yard and watch them grow and bloom with life. So you actually see that here on the ground. That's how they do it. They don't sell cut plants. What other ideas we got here, guys? You guys are bringing out some good ones. Vital Empress says, you've encouraged me today. Believe a fresh breath of air. That is dope. So yeah, you guys, continue to just brainstorm. These kind of ideas are exactly what members of our Exodus Repatriation Investment Club are bringing to us every day. We're helping them research. We're helping them find commercial properties. We're helping them to, even get staff and partnerships, government partnerships, things like that here on the ground. And we can be doing the same for you all. Our team is here, to bring those types of projects to fruition. So make sure that you guys tap in with us, madeinafricaproject.com. Make sure y'all tune in on Monday, February 1st on the same channel that you're tuned in on right now. Aaliyah is going to be launching her first book, The Repat Guide, 50 Startups for Repats in Africa. And if you don't have it yet, you should definitely get it. We're going to talk about it on Monday morning. That's 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. So you guys tune in. They don't want to miss that, do they?
No.
What you got in store for them? You got some goodies?
I got some really good goodies for you guys. Let me tell you, you did not want to miss it. Make sure you tune in. If you miss it, you're going to be like, oh, I didn't do that.
And it's only going to be live. It won't be available afterwards. So y'all got to make sure y'all catch it while it's live. All right. Go to the website, madeinafricaproject.com. Make sure you guys make a contribution. You can make a contribution via Cash App, and that's Cash App Africa for Africans. You can also donate via donorbox.org. You can join our Exodus Alliance. You can order wholesale products from us. You can come and go on tour. If you'd like to come and visit, and see homes, see opportunities, see the sites, hit us up. We'll help. We'll make sure that that gets done.
All of that.
Our VP Pablo just walks in. He's been out all day with clients. Pop, what's going on, man? He's been out with members all day today trying to find apartments. You guys find any apartments? Yeah. Nice. Nice. All right, guys. We're gonna head off the air now. Make sure you guys tap in with us. We appreciate everybody tuning in to today's episode of Exodus Radio. We'll see you guys here back next week, same time. Hopefully, Sister Yaa and Chief Foday will be back with us, and we'll be back normal. Yeah.
Africa is for Africans. Come home. We love you.
Power.
Man, you guys, normal people don't just walk into